So I want to do a little exercise where I give you a case study of a real guy, a real gentleman who's texting me and in text comments, arguing with me, and is trying to take the antithesis position that I was taking in the time video, where I said that time is the result of impermanence. He wants to say that impermanence is the result of time. Okay. In his particular situation, I should note out here in the beginning, is a problem of equivocation that comes back to haunt him later in the conversation. He wants to say that change causes time. And because he did not use precisely the language I used, we're given the suspicion that he's equivocating, and that he's not going to be able to demonstrate a situation that absolutely precludes my stance. And it does. Sooner or later, he finally comes to a situation where he's saying that, look, you could look at the radioactive decay of a single atom, and it doesn't change, and then finally it changes, and it can only happen because of time. So change is caused by time. The problem, though, is this. It might be that that single atom, because everything else around it is changing, then what is actually happening in his situation is precisely my conclusion, that change begets time. He sees that time is passing between the point where there's nothing happening and then suddenly there's radioactive decay, but that does not preclude my position. The only way he can preclude my position is to actually take the antithesis, which he doesn't. He prevaricates, he equivocates, says change is the same as impermanence, when it's not. He's talking about the change of one particular thing. I'm talking about impermanence in an absolute sense. So that's something to keep in mind. What we need to do, again, in this situation where we're talking about time and then impermanence, and which comes first, it's a chicken or the egg sort of situation. And it's a common situation to come up with, or to stumble upon in logic and reasoning and dialectic. Because it's just an important thing. The word cause is more than just physics. When we're talking about in logic, it can be it's a very powerful word. We're talking about something that is responsible for something else. We could talk about contingency in this sense. We could talk about the result of, all these kinds of words. In logic, we're talking about cause. So chicken and the egg things are really important. I need to demonstrate that in no situation can there be time without impermanence, because I'm saying that impermanence is the basis, the cause, the reason for time. Meaning that the antithesis would only need to demonstrate a situation in which there could exist, in the total sense, impermanence, in the absolute sense, impermanence, while still having that there is no impermanence and still having the passage of time. What he would need to do, like forgetting the specifics of this time and impermanence bit, if A causes B, and taking away A will take away B, okay? If I say that A causes B, and I take away A and still B remains, and I take away all of A, not just one particular part of A, but all of it, then I'm wrong, okay? So the situation here, if you want to demonstrate that I'm loony, that I'm nutty, all you have to do is show me a situation in which time exists devoid of impermanence, where there is no impermanence, but there's still a passage of time.